Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? This is John Mason. Tomorrow is Mother's Day, and that is a time we pay our respects to all the women in our lives, our mothers, and our wives, and our girlfriends, and our sisters, and every other woman we come across. Happy Mother's Day, ladies. And if we want the best for the women in our lives, we must protect their reproductive rights. There are all these states going around that places the most onerous restrictions on abortions. Like, you can only have an abortion after so many weeks before you even know, the woman even knows that there's a fetus inside of her. And you remembered Katie Britt, the senator from Arkansas, who had this very bad case of ham acting after Biden's State of the Union address. Is that the best the Republicans can do? Well, anyway, she has this bright idea of a database. She's proposing this bill that would establish a database for all women who are pregnant. Hello, 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 John Mason. How is everybody? Hope you're all well. Let us give a thought and prayer for all the people who lost their homes in the fires in the LA region. I mean, it's not all movie stars. It's regular working people who lost their homes, their jobs, their schools, some of them their lives. Let's see what we can do to send relief to that region. And what pleases me very much is that the same nations that Trump hates and wants to invade and take over are helping Los Angeles in this time. Canada is sending those tanker planes to dump water. Mexico is sending firefighting crews. And to them I say, thanks, gracias, merci. These are the same people that Trump wants to wage war on. And speaking of waging war, the conservative news ecosphere is always complaining about DEI or wokeness, whatever they hate right now, on the fact that that the fire chief Christian Crowley is gay, and I think that just by that fact that their favorite wine is that because the fire department, LA Fire Department, wanted to satisfy DEI system, they excluded all the white males. And that was their first priority, rather than fighting fires. Which means in their mind, only white males are qualified to be in the fire department and fight fires. Which further means that people who are not white or male are getting out of not knowing their place and are incompetent. The story about Crowley is that she had a successful 30-year career in the fire department. Firefighter, fire inspector, several battalion chief, several other ranks in the department, and and the city's first female fire marshal. But the conservatives don't want to talk about the real cause of these fires: climate change, altering wind patterns. Yes, climate change is a real thing. Climate change is a thing, kids. And who cares what Donnie Dumbass says? Let's not be distracted. Let's take seriously climate change, kids. Let's really understand the science around climate change, so we know what the real enemy is, meaning the fossil fuel industry, who in their lust for a higher profit margin in the next quarter, and the need to satisfy the board of directors, so the CEO makes a few more billion to buy another yacht or plane or mistress or whatever. Those are the real villains, the real drivers of climate change. Not DEI hires, but seriously, it's this need they have to tear up the environment, tear up the earth, to make another extra billion. If we gotta drill for oil, we can do it smarter. And we can also concentrate on such alternatives as wind and solar. That's one myth about our capitalist class. They're so innovative. They're a step ahead of the rest of us. They're geniuses. They bring in new technology. So why are they still investing in anthracite coal? Coal's been fading out over the decades as a power source. But they're still heavily invested in coal. So why don't we leave the coal alone? And yes, make sure the workers in the coal industry get good paying jobs to replace them with. But make it a transition. And another thing. Trump remains so fanatical about wanting to buy Canada and Greenland and the Panama Canal. And there's plenty of money for that. But in his mind, we can't have any of that because we don't actually back up. But we can't have any money, according to Trump, for Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, veterans benefits, housing, food security, all that. We don't have the money for that. It's so expensive. But when it comes to more tax cuts for billionaires, we gotta do that. So they can have more mistresses, more mansions, more yachts, more jet planes. And it would take money to invade Canada or Greenland or the Panama Canal. Plain money for that. Don't be distracted by don't fall for the bullshit that we can't pay for food security or Medicare or Medicaid or schools or any of that. But we can't afford it. All we have to do is challenge the power of the billionaires as we fight against their tax cuts, as we fight against their greed. In other words, stay engaged in the political process. Vote whenever the opportunity arises, and vote. Educate yourself on the issues, the real issues. Take seriously the issues of climate change and class warfare. Yes, it is a thing, and the upper classes have been waging it on the rest of us since the dawn of time. We just need to remind ourselves of that. Okay, I'm all talked out. I hope you enjoyed my little rant. Now, advertisements. All this work I do on my podcast and my blog and my and my YouTube channel, all that costs money. It costs me this money to put the podcast on this platform, to pay for my website, all that. So, please go on my website, johnomason.com, and click either the Buy Me a Coffee button or the PayPal button and see what you can give. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And now, my novel, Soldier of the Cross, is available on Amazon.com. It's the story of David Lucas, who as a young man in the early 60s is a drunken, a horde chaser, and a school bully. He gets in trouble in the army. He comes out of the army a fanatical, born-again Christian, trying to be a manly man for Jesus. But how he goes about it leads him into disaster. Please pick it up. Soldier of the Cross on Amazon.com. And also, Hemperific is a lovely little CBD product store located on Snyder Avenue near 15th Street in South Philadelphia. There you'll find some of the finest cannabis-infused products. Gummies and candies and flour and tea and hand sanitizer and lip balm and dog treats. Dog treats, yeah. Please look them up. HemperificLLC.com. Tell them I sent you. And also my beloved career and business coach, Michelle Snow. Michelle is excellent in helping you develop your professional career or small business. Let you know what you're doing right, where you need work, and help you network with other up-and-coming entrepreneurs and professionals. Please look her up. growwithsnow.com. Okay. Alrighty then. I have my say for now, but I'm going to keep singing. Don't worry. I'm not going to surrender ahead of time. I'm not shutting up for nothing. The stakes are way too high. America's worth it, kids. On that cheery note, thanks. Shabbat Shalom. Bye.